What is up, Smash fans? This is JB Smash here. I'm finally ready to start my 50-day video countdown series until the 3DS version of Smash Brothers is released in Japan. Now, you may be wondering, why am I doing it for the Japanese release date? Well, it's actually coming out pretty much a full, I would say, not quite a month, but 3 to 4 weeks in advance. It's coming out September 12th, no, sorry, 13th in Japan, but it's only coming out October 3rd everywhere else. So we're gonna know everything there is to know about the 3DS once it comes out, uh, you know, on September 13th. So there's no sense in really counting down until the U.S. version because we'll know everything a full, like I said, 3 to 4 weeks in advance. But that's over. So basically, how these videos are gonna go, if you didn't watch any of my intro videos, I'm gonna talk about a pick of the day, and then I have a topic to actually talk about later on. So let's go ahead and start it off. Today's first picture, we actually got to see for the first time ever what the main menu for the 3DS version looks like. Sakurai goes on to say, this design concept looks pretty similar to how some of his other games have looked. They worked hard on it. Now, he finishes up saying, but we had a hard time making this one because ... And that's how he finishes it. As of right now, I don't really understand what he's really talking about. If I had to make the best guess, that would just mean that the Wii U version and the 3DS version aren't going to look the same. But I think a lot of people knew that, and obviously Sakurai's had been having some trouble out of 3DS, just with trying to get everything to work how he wants it. So hopefully he further explains that on another given date. We actually got another picture today, and it's the bottom screen, because I guess the display screen, the selection screen is the top screen. So how the bottom screen actually is going to work, you're going to have how to play thing, and then they show Smash Run this time. Basically, with every game mode you go into, the bottom screen is going to display something else. Sakurai said that was really hard for them to do, and it's going to display just additional info. So it's basically a help screen, just like in every other game. So hopefully that works out good. But other than that, I mean, not a whole lot of new information. Nintendo is doing their Comic-Con thing today, so maybe we'll get a new character today sometime throughout. Maybe. I don't know. They haven't really said anything, but they did. Nintendo seems like they've been making a big deal about Comic-Con a little bit. They've been sending emails. I see it. And, I've been just seeing it everywhere, and Smash Brothers is featured. Alright guys, now that we're done talking about the pick of the day, let's go ahead and talk about today's topic. And that's basically how this roster is going to look. I know in one of my intro videos, I briefly talked about the roster, and that was just really how many characters I see. This video is actually going to be more or less just talking about how the roster, as far as females, clones, villains, newcomers, veterans, and Pokemon look. I went ahead and I broke it down between all the other Smash Brothers games and this Smash Brothers game to kind of see if I could get a pattern or kind of a grips on who basically I didn't just make out of those 25 people. I didn't just say, okay, these are my favorites, putting these in. Before I could actually put someone in there, I needed to see if they would fit in one of the columns, and that may not make a whole lot of sense, but let me just see if this helps. As of right now, there are 12 females in the game, and that includes, the Wii Fit trainer. Yeah, I know she can be a male trainer, and Robin, Villager, and the Mii, because you can play, male or female with any of those. So, the way I see it is we have about 14 females that are going to be in this game. So that means we're only going to get 2 more. Um, and so whenever I was making out who I think is going to be in the game, I had to get 2 females who, looked like they had the most potential. And if you're keeping track, in my 25, there are only 3 females in there. So one of those females are not going to make it. Anyways, clones. I don't know if you all realize, but in Super Smash Bros. Melee, we actually had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clones. And then Sakurai, he actually brought it down to 4 clones in Brawl. So, at first I was saying, well, 2 clones. He's taken 2 away. But, it just didn't make sense. So, I think we're going to get 1 more clone. You know, so, we'll talk about who that clone will be, but just keep that in mind. We're going to get 1 more clonish character. Villains. We only have 2 villains, Bowser and King Dedede as of right now, and really, Nintendo's kind of making King Dedede with the last Kirby game, kind of making him not so much a villain, and he doesn't even look mean in this game. Talking about Smash Brothers, but he's still a villain. Last game, we had, I think it was 6 villains, if I'm right. Yeah, we had 6 villains. In Brawl, or Melee, we only had 2. So, right now, I think we're gonna get some more villains here soon. I think it's gonna go up to 8. We're gonna get 2 more villains than what we had in Brawl. So, you know, that was another little thing. As far as Pokemon go, in Super Smash Brothers Melee, we only had 4, and then 2 of those Pokemon ended up getting cut in Brawl, and Lucario replaced Mewtwo, and then I would pretty much say Squirtle replaced Pichu. To an extent, they're nowhere the same character, but basically we got Ivysaur and Charizard for adding 2 more to the Pokemon roster. A lot of people are saying, well, Pokemon Trainer was 1 character. No, I listened to one guy, I can't remember his name right now, he was talking about how it was just, those are just slots. Zero Suit Samus, Sheik, Charizard, Squirtle, and Ivysaur, they were all different characters. They only had similar moves, and that was the B special down. Other than that, there's no other. They're all different. They don't have the same moves, so they're different characters, anyways, but so I think Sakurai is going to come out and just say, look, we had 6 Pokemon in the last game. We're going to keep it 6. We'll eventually figure out who those are, and we'll talk about it in the next few videos. But anyways, so in cut characters, I think we're going to see about 7 to 5 characters cut. I say 7 to 5 because I'm not going to give an exact number. Just like whenever I say my newcomers and veterans, I'm not going to give an exact number. I already have them figured out who I think they're going to be, but my hope is throughout this video, you all kind of keep track of whenever I release a character, if he's in the game or not, you can kind of keep track and say, okay, well, we only have, we're going down the list, who else is going to be in there, type thing, and eventually we're going to get to that 1 clone character who I think is going to be in the game, and if there are any more clones after that, they're not going to be in the game, at least according to me. So, anyways, with that said, I actually think there's going to be 15 to 17 newcomers coming, along with 32 to 34 veterans, and that's just for the 49 roster. I think we'll pretty much be seeing whenever it's all said and done. We'll basically be filling out two rosters as I go throughout this video: the 49 roster and the 51 roster. There will be two characters, obviously, who will make the 49 roster. We'll eventually get to that, but anyways, so that's pretty much how I see that the roster is going to break down. 14 females, 3 clones, 8 villains, 15 to 17 newcomers, 32 to 34 veterans, 7 to 5 people are going to be cut, and 6 Pokemon are going to be in the game. Just keep that in mind whenever down the road when we're doing more videos. So, but other than that, first video of the whole series. We got 49 more to go, so hopefully it's good. Alright guys, this is JB Smash, and I'll talk to y'all later.